Hey, how's everyone today? I just wanted to show how my Bachmann Spectrum Dash-8 is coming along. So this one was the older run, the older 90's run. And so what I've did, I applied the separate detail parts to it, and I've also added paint where paint needed to go when I was looking at the actual locomotive with the same number on Google. So I did the best I could, but it's hard to get them 100% accurate. But so basically, what I did, I didn't use the plow that came with it. I had an extra plow from a Proto 2000, so I just put little bit of black paint on it. It looks like I missed a spot, but I'll have to fix that. And yeah, I accidentally broke a piece. I think I have another plow I could use, but yeah, I broke a little piece right there, as you can see. But oh well. I tried to not notice it. And when I put the front grab rails on, I just added a little bit of white paint with a detail brush. And I also put a little bit of white paint. I'll grab one of my tweezers. I'll put a little bit of white paint on those along the plow too. As you can see, the one I accidentally broke. Oops. So a little bit of white paint there. These pieces here, these grab rails right here, they came white. I put a little white paint on these metal grab rails. They were not painted. Neither were the ones above the cab front windows. So I add a little bit of white paint to those. A little bit of white paint to the one up on the roof on the cab. And the cab roof actually has a little bit of texture. Not bad for back in the day. Definitely not. And I also gave the grills a little bit of black with one of my fine brushes. And I also did the rear grills too. I added some black and did this one. I might go over this one again. Hard to say. I may. Haven't decided yet. And of course, I added a little bit of paint on the railings where it had it on the actual Google photos. So I did that. Oh yeah, and the small grab irons there. I painted those blue, but the blue I had didn't match, but it's okay for now. I can always fix it when I get a better shade of blue. And I also did that for the front as well. The little grab rails in the front. I painted those blue. They actually kind of look a little more purple next to the Conrail blue. But I will get at that at a later date. And then I'll just turn it around the other way, and we can take a look at the other side, how it's coming along. There we go. Okay, again, like same thing as the other side. I added a little bit of white paint to the railings. And the steps were actually already done, surprisingly. So I didn't have to do anything to those, which was really awesome. And I was a little iffy on this one when I was putting a little bit of the black paint on the grill. I didn't really want to go out over the Conrail sign symbol, but I'm still debating it if I want to or not. The actual locomotive, if you look it up on Google, the symbol is actually down a little lower. It doesn't go over the grill. But I mean, it is what it is. I just didn't want to paint over the symbol. And they're the back grills. Those came out pretty good, I think. I may have to do a little bit of scraping up here on the corner, up here on this little part right here, because I got a little bit of over paint right there. But it's what I like about acrylic paints. You can easily scrape your mistakes. It's not hard to get them off. And then of course a little bit of white on the grab rails here. So overall, came out pretty good, and I added one Katy for the rear. I put that on. I didn't bother with the front. The locomotive's not going to be running with another locomotive anytime soon. But, I mean, for a little while, these are fairly reliable, but they will fail because it's only got the little plastic piece for the spring. I mean, even this Bachmann plastic one here with the spring is a lot more reliable than the plastic one without the spring. So, I mean, I might just pop that one on there. It'd be a lot better. And I added a tiny little bit of black there in front of the horns. Well, that's alright. And I might paint the exhaust black. Still debating that one. And also, to get the, I find the side grab rails, sometimes they're a little hard to get straight, and because the pins that go into the holes slotted around the walkway of the locomotive, they're too long, so a lot of times you have to clip them to get them to go in all the way. And once you give the pins a little clip, it's a lot better. And just for example, I didn't clip that one there all the way up to the front cab, so you can see what happens if you don't give it a little clip. It just doesn't go in all the way. So I clipped the other ones and they go in a lot better, and that really straightens up the side grab rails. I mean, it's a little poking out right there, but I mean, it's not going to get 100% perfect. But I have heard comments in the past about the side grab rails being really crooked on a lot of the older locomotives. But I find that's a little trick. So if you clip those little pieces, make them shorter, they'll go in a lot better, and it'll straighten them up. And the same on this side here. So this side was way more crooked than what it is now, but I did a little bit of clipping, and they straightened right up. And I didn't clip that one just to show like how far it pokes out there. So the one going paired to the cab, the front of the cab, I didn't clip it, so it pokes out a little bit. So I'll clip it, and then it'll straighten up. But that's not looking too bad. It's like I say, it's a little, yeah, you could play with a little bit, probably get it bent in a little bit, but I'm happy the way it is. I will clip that one down, and it'll be fine. It'll be good to go. And there, I'll get a top view of the vent painting. I'm going to enjoy doing this while I can, because probably in 20 years, my hands are not going to be as steady as they are now. So I am gonna do it all while I can before my hands get all shaky when I get a lot older, and who knows, arthritis could happen, all kinds of things can happen. And, well, I didn't do anything to the trucks. The trucks are, I'm just gonna leave them as is. They have enough detail for me. And the plow was really easy to glue in. I got to put a little bit of more paint on it because it came from my my Union Pacific SD60 from Proto 2000. So it came with 2 plows. And when I looked up the photos on Google for it, it didn't have a plow on the rear. So I was like, okay, cool, I got a spare plow. So I just thought it looked a lot better than the plow that the locomotive came with. So I find this one's I mean, it'll do the job. I found it looks a little blandish, and the P2K one looks a lot better. A little better. I think it just looks a little bit better. It's not perfect, but it's better. A lot better. Yeah, love the figures in there. That's awesome. And the locomotive's running great. I put it through its break-in period, and it seems to be doing fine. No complaints, no issues. I really like it. And if I can find more of them, brand new in box, I will do my best. Definitely going to do my best to pick them up and collect them. And I got a glass display case up in my bedroom that I keep a lot of my locomotives in. And I got a few down here too. I like to run these ones here. I think I had most of them in a video so far. But yeah, this thing's working excellent. I'm happy with the work that's progressing on it so far. That's great. And I'm probably gonna paint these vents here too. I'll get those ones done. Just like this custom build over here that I featured in a video. I can't take credit for this one. This was done by someone else. I don't know who. I thought the work was absolutely amazing, so I had to buy it. But yeah, see how those ones there on the side there are done black. I'm gonna do the same thing with mine too as well. I'm gonna do those black, and that'll be awesome. It'll look even better. And I haven't decided yet. I may clear it with some micro satin, because the real life locomotives, they do have a bit more of a shine to them. Especially the museum ones. They shine. They're very shiny. They're big. They're gloss. So I haven't quite decided if I'm going to do that yet. Still iffy on it. Have to see what happens. But video's hitting almost 11 minutes. And I will end it for now. And I'll have another one going soon. Everyone take care. I can't even talk right now sometimes. I get so tongue-tied some days. Like and subscribe if you wish. And take care. Have a good night. I'll see you all next time.